Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Happy Diwali to everyone. So let's start today's topic. Okay. So we covered most of the topics. We have almost all covered around 34 classes. Okay. Now I thought of just take it forward other topic. Uh, in case of if you required, we will take in request management or catalogs or flow or workflows at the end 2 3 classes again. Okay, so let's work it out today. CMDB. Okay, the topic called CMDB and asset and CSDM. Okay, so first one, I think this topic, during our introduction classes we discussed what is CMDB, correct? So except Anjaya, can anyone give me some glance what is CMDB? No, we lost her. Okay, no problem. So CMDB is configuration management database. What is that? CMDB, configuration management database. So the meaning of data, we all know that what is the database, correct? Then we all know that what is management. Then what is this configuration? We should understand now, correct? So now let's get into the topic, correct? Suppose we are using a laptop. Suppose we are using documents. Okay. Suppose we are using files. I can say missions. Yeah, missions. Okay. So first is laptop. So very simple. Okay. This is called configuration item. So laptop called configuration item. Okay. So documents and missions. Missions is nothing but, suppose you are working in the floor. There are printer, not printer. I can say there are AC, air conditions. Okay. So documents. So documents are like files of employee related ones, right? So in any of these are the major kind of items will be there, correct? If you go to any office, these are the major kind of issues, major kind of assets or things will be there in your office. So now uh, let's divide what is the configuration item, what is CMDB, what is asset, what is CSDM. Okay. So configuration item, okay, we all know multiple CIs. CIs means configuration item called CMDB. Very simple way. Okay. Not only limited to that, services. Not only limited to that, applications. Not only limited to that, uh, dependencies. So we'll discuss what is this dependencies and all those things, correct? Not only like this, not only this one, business services. Okay. So we'll discuss each topic. What is service? What is application? What is dependencies? What is a business service? Application we have written 2 times, right? So let's remove 1 time. So these multiple things will cover as a CMDB. Okay. So in a layman language, we will discuss. Okay. Then we will also go to ITIL language when somebody interviewer asks. So how should we answer it? We will learn. Okay. If you ask me the layman language, this is all called CMDB, Configuration Management Database. Okay. So it is not only limited to this files, printers, not only, okay. So this is all called your CMDB. Okay. So multiple CIs and their dependency services and applications running under that CIs will all called as a CMDB as a simple example. Okay. Now let's talk about what is CSDM. Okay. CSDM, this when you include air conditioner, okay, or facility related stuff, okay, those all whenever you are including anything and everything which is there in office, which is all called CSDM. Okay, so let's also one moment. Let me. So let's understand from the Google or ChatGPT what is the this three between topics, correct? In ServiceNow. Let me share my screen again. So let's go to differences between in ServiceNow. Well, so what is CMDB? To store the information about configuration item, any component that need to be managed order to deliver the IT services. Okay, so this is called. So let's take this completely. We will discuss. Okay, so let's keep here. Now we are into official way. We were discussing official definition of CMDB, correct? So CMDB means to store information about configuration items, any components that needs to be managed or ordered to deliver the IT services. So very simple, you have to answer any configuration item that supports to deliver IT services called CMDB. You have to call any kind of a configuration item that supports to deliver IT services called is a CMDB. You have to define on that way. So now what is the key features? Track the relationships. See, we all know that any application now in my laptop, what is the applications running? Zoom is the application running, ServiceNow is the application running, and MS Office is the application running, correct? Suppose take this instead of server. Uh, does all knows what is the server, what is the laptop, what is the desktop? I hope, correct? So server is higher end mission compared to your laptop or desktop, okay, which will serve to handle kind of a applications, all those things where you can install in server, correct? So suppose the CMDB is able to manage the relationship between the server and their applications, including status of the application, status of the asset. Asset is, CA, configuration item. Status of server, owner of the server, and dependencies. Okay. ETC will be called complete CMDB. What it will maintain? You can say CMDB is able to maintain CIs and their dependency applications and status of the applications, owner of the application will all where we can track is CMDB. So what all of the information is there? You have CMDB in the CI status, owner and dependencies and application running. All the details will be there in CMDB, correct? CI is server. When someone asks, can you give me example of CI? You can answer laptop, okay, desktop, server, network switch, router, whatever. Because correct. So now let's go to server and application, network devices, database, cloud servers. Correct. These all are the things will be there in the behind the application to support for any kind of application. How do that will be there? Let's go to our one Excel. We will create. Suppose you are using Airtel or PhonePe, correct? In your phone, in your mobile phone. To access this, okay, to access or install this, where is your database? Can anyone guess and answer me? Suppose you tagged your ICICI bank or SBI bank in PhonePe, correct? So when you switch on your PhonePe, you ask, what is my balance, correct? Where do it will go and check?
Phone pay, sir. Account
No, PhonePe
balance.
is okay, but
Account
where do
account
it?
balance. Account balance.
It will go to bank backend database.
Correct. It will go to bank backend database and check and show you this is what your balance, correct? Now in between this, so where is this database? Maybe I can say Oracle or SAP, correct? Banks are using Oracle or SQL, any database they might be using, correct? Your SBI or ICICI Bank, they will be using, this is a DB, correct? Now, what is your application? PhonePe, correct? You are checking on PhonePe. This is called application, correct? So now, in between this database and PhonePe, what is the network structure? Does anyone know what is the network structure between this? Suppose this is sitting. If you ask me, this database maybe data center of Pune, HDFC data center is there in the Pune, as per my understanding. I'm not sure, but consider that HDFC data center is there in the Pune. But this will be there in the Pune office of data center HDFC, correct? Where this application, where do this SQL or SAP or Oracle will run? In the server, correct? Is it or not? Correct? This is our server. So server maybe I can say Linux or Windows, correct? So this is called server layer. So now to reach to this data center, they will have their own network, correct? They will have their own network. There will be a switch in the Pune data center, correct? So this is about Pune data center network. So then you have one more is firewall. So anyone can reach their network? No, right? The firewall is going to control you. Only authorized people to access, correct? not everyone, correct? So this is called firewall. This is security, we can say, correct? So now tell me one thing. This is all in the where? In the Pune HDFC data center. So now let's take, where is our phone pay? This will also have a similar structure, correct? This will also have a similar structure. Suppose they have their own database, Oracle, SAP, SQL, or whatever, and DB, and it will be there in the data center of PhonePe, correct? So now you have again their application, PhonePe application is running on the server, maybe Linux or Windows, correct? Then they will also have switch, network level, okay, network. Then they will have security also, firewall, firewall. So these all layer, okay. When you try to hit your balance, correct? So what is going to happen? First level you are touching here, correct? Then it will go to your query to switch. Then it will go to server. Then it will go to database. Okay. This database will try to retrieve HDFC database by using firewall, switch, and server and database. Right. Now to get your balance, these many layers, the application has to work. Correct. To this same, okay, what we will do is we will configure business service. This is called business service. My business service is PhonePe. PhonePe services. My business service name is PhonePe services. Correct. When I call PhonePe services, under that, these many devices are supporting to my PhonePe services. Correct. These many servers or components, CIs, are supporting my PhonePe services. In case of anything down in between this, do you think that you would be able to get your balance details? No. Correct? So why? Because these all are dependent one by one. Correct? These all are dependent one by one to provide you the PhonePe services. I hope till here you understood, guys. Hello,
Yes, sir. Understood.
Sadiq.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. Rafi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rajesh, I hope you're able to understand. Okay. So now coming back, okay, coming back again, if you ask me, if you want a little bit more details, suppose when we talk database, correct? We all talk about database. If database down, will you able to check of your data balance? No, either your PhonePe database go down or your bank database goes down, you would not be able to check the balance of your, correct? So for the same, what our guys are doing, okay? Suppose let's take DB1, DB2. So they will configure two different servers for the same Oracle or SAP or SQL. In case of this goes down, okay, this will be serving your services. So that is called DR, I can say DR, disaster recovery. What is that? Disaster recovery. Okay. So R, you might say primary and secondary. Okay. So for each level, suppose this level there will be two servers, server 1, server 1, server 2. So each here switch 1, switch 2. This one firewall 1, firewall 2. So this way they would be having their infrastructure or CIs. Okay. If you ask me, let's take example. In the world, there are three organizations. Okay. I can say there are three organizations. See, now our HDFC, SBI, your ICICI Bank, all those they are maintaining one primary, one secondary. But there are three organizations in the world. They are managing. Okay. I'm just giving for you as a additional information. DB1, DB2, similar way DB7. From DB1 to DB7. Okay. There are 7 layers of infrastructure they are managing. Who's that? I know one is Emirates, one is ADNOC. In the world, there are 3 organizations only managing. In that, there are 2 in Dubai or UAE. Okay. For any kind of applications, okay, they will manage 7 layers. 7 layers means 7 different servers will be supporting for the same application. In case of first goes, second will take, second goes, third will take, third goes, fourth will take. Okay. This way, they will be able to do it multiple backups or failure methods. Okay. And they are trying to do it because they have a money, so they were doing it. Now, what is the other organization? As per my understanding, Verizon. Verizon is maintaining one more. These three, as per my understanding, might be there will be another organizations also. As I know, these are the 3 organizations. They are managing 7 layers of infrastructure. Now, for each application, this database, 7 servers will be there. Linux servers, there will be 7 servers. Switches, 7 switches will be there. Firewall, there will be 7, correct? But our Indian banks are most of our banks in India, most of our organizations in India, everyone, most of them will manage 2. One is primary, one is secondary. Okay. Always they will manage different cities. One will be in Hyderabad, the other will be maybe in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, or Delhi somewhere, because they wanted to have a different locations because of different weathers. Maybe in case of there is any emergency, entire South India, the North India will be able to up and take it up, correct? So that is why they will manage primary and secondary in different locations. Okay. Now coming back to our ServiceNow topic, this all information, okay, where do it will store? It will be stored in the CMDB. But what is this? This is a CI, correct? One called CI. But all this information, okay, whatever we discussed, all this information, it will be stored in a CMDB, including, suppose this database is in Delhi, this database in Hyderabad, correct? So this database owner is maybe I can say Sadiq. This database owner is Anjaya, correct? This the owner details also will be a part of your CMDB, and location details also will be part of CMDB. Status of the database, either it is up, down, will be there in the CMDB. So the complete information of assets that are supporting to deliver your IT services called CMDB, right? So that is how CMDB structure will be there, okay? And I'm sure you would be definitely getting 1 or 2 questions in any kind of interview about this one. If you know this, the concept of it, yes, you would be able to answer it. Okay, so now let's talk about simple one of the application. Okay, you are working on it, correct? You are sitting in office, you are working on it, which is maybe ServiceNow. ServiceNow data center. Where do the ServiceNow data centers will be there? There is one in Europe. Okay, there is one in Singapore. There is one in USA. And if you ask me, in the Middle East, suppose take example of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, most of the times, what they will do is they don't want to give their data outside the country, either to US or any Europe or Singapore. Okay, so what they will always prefer whenever the vendor comes, this ServiceNow kind of a vendor, they know that their data will store in US, but Saudi will say, okay, that you have to store my entire user information or the ServiceNow information inside my country. You construct one data center and maintain all our data in my own country. Don't send it to outside my country. They have their own restrictions. Okay, so now in Saudi also, ServiceNow is having the data center to maintain Middle East information or Middle East customer information. Okay, so this is how their entire information will be stored, multiple things, correct? Now again coming back to our CMDB topic. Okay, CMDB topic is again, so you are using application, the which application you are using, maybe we'll say Emirates flight booking, correct? Emirates flight booking also will have this kind of a structure. First you try to access your website, then where do that website run? In one of the application. Where do that application run? In one of the server. Where is the backend data will be there? In the database, correct? So this is how your entire structure will be there, any website or anything, correct? So that is where this is all information will be stored in the CMDB. This is all like how the relationship. Okay, tomorrow if somebody says that, Mr. Gangadhar, I want to restart this server, okay, then you would be able to do impact analysis. What is that impact analysis? Suppose if this server goes down, okay, whether you would be able to check your phone pay balance, whether you would be able to book the flight, no, correct? So they would be doing an impact analysis. We all know that every server we have to restart in a monthly once or twice, maybe 3 months once we have to restart. If it is Windows, monthly once we have to restart. If it is Linux, we don't require to restart most of the time, but there will be some challenges like they will also do upgrade of patch, upgrade of version. Okay, so all those things they will be doing it. During that time, they will also restart their system. Now, when I was talking in 2010, okay, 2010, I was talking one of the customer called Idea Cellular. We all know, right? Idea Cellular. Idea Cellular. I was working for this customer when I was in India, 2010 somewhere. Okay, I was working for this customer. This customer had Juniper as a devices. Most of the network devices Cisco, correct? So, but this customer had Juniper. Why this customer had Juniper devices? You was saying I will not restart even more than 7 years. You will not restart the system. Either switch or router, he will not restart because the Juniper devices are like that. Okay. You no need to restart it. Okay. For any kind of the Cisco or Windows devices, you need to keep on restart. Correct. So that is where people use their own set of hardware. Okay. So this is a Juniper devices they were using. So they were saying that we will never restart. Okay. This router or switch. Now we learned about this is the business service. This is the business service. Correct. So we were talking about same thing here. If you ask me, server, application, network devices, database, cloud resources. Some of them, these servers will be in the cloud, not in the on-prem database. On-prem means your own data center will be there. Suppose take example, as I said, HDFC, correct? He has a data center in Pune, but some of the servers, it will be in cloud. He will not be maintaining all of them in his own data center. It will be in the cloud database or cloud servers. Correct? So that is where they are talking about cloud resources. Okay. I hope till here you are clear. I'm giving a pause. Any doubt, guys? You want more on the CMDB? Okay, let's go to our. I don't know what is my password. So let's wait. Luckily, I'm able to log in. Okay. So this is our ServiceNow instance, correct? So where do we can navigate the CMDB? Does anyone know? So again, during our initial discussions, we told we have a core tables. Core tables are task, correct? CMDB, user, user table, correct? These are the core table, correct? So now what is CMDB table? CMDB underscore CI is the table. CMDB underscore CI is the core configuration item table. Now, if you see here, there are how many? 2,784 devices are there, correct? What is this? There are multiple types of devices. If you see here, class, correct? So how many classes are there? One is configuration item, one is access AX server, one is application, one Java server, cluster node, computer room, database, data center, Oracle, MS SQL, disk, email servers, IP routers, IP switches.
No, sorry to interrupt. One query, like, is it agent we have to install on the servers to get these details, or
No,
They
I
have
will
their
I will
own design.
explain you now later. Okay. For time
Okay.
being, this is my uh, date. This is my CMDB information which is available. My CI underscore CMDB underscore CI table. But when you open, suppose I'm opening this one, correct? When you open this one, okay. So you see here CMDB underscore CI is the table, correct? When I open this one, you see here CMDB underscore CI computer is a table, okay? But it is showing here CMDB underscore CI. When I open that particular asset, it is showing CMDB underscore CI computer. Why it is showing? Does anyone guess?
It is going into inside the table into some other
Okay. You
attribute.
okay, you are almost correct, but let me tell you, this is a child table. Each and every class will have their own child table because let's talk about computer, correct? When you say computer, computer will be having different information like computer name, the manufacturer is Lenovo, location, and suppose laptop related or computer related, very minimal information, correct? When you go to application, my questions, my columns will be different in the database. When you ask me Java servers, my questions, my columns will be different. Okay, when you ask me cluster, it will be different. The columns is nothing but these all are the things, correct? Suppose now this is our computer form is opening like this, correct? Now let's open cluster form. This is my cluster form. See, cluster form is opening different, computer form is opening different, correct? There are multiple questions, various for each and everything. If you see here CMDB underscore cluster, if you see here CMDB underscore CMDB underscore CA underscore computer. So if you open this different one, it will go application. See CMDB underscore CA underscore application dot do. Okay, correct. So each class will have different table. What is that? Each class will have different table, which is a child table of CMDB. But all will be showed when you open the CMDB underscore CI. All CIs, maybe there are hundreds of tables. All CIs will be stored in the CMDB underscore CI because it's a parent table. Now, if you open the task table, task dot list, correct? If you type task dot list, how many is there? Like change is there, problem is there, incident is there, everything is there because that is a core table, correct? That is a core table. If you see here, task type, correct? These many task types are there. Okay. The similar way, these many classes is there. These many classes are there in the CMDB underscore CI table. Each will have their own different fields or questions or columns. Each device type will have their own columns. So that is how your CMDB structure will be. Now coming back to tables. How to navigate tables space? Tables, correct? When you type tables under system definition, we have a table. Now let's tag CMDB underscore CA. So how many is there? 712 tables are there CMDB. So that means there are multiple tables child tables are there for a configuration item. Okay. Suppose take example CMDB underscore CA underscore AX server. Okay. CMDB underscore CA underscore ED underscore domain. Okay. So this way there will be a 712 subtables are there in the service now to differentiate each and every server or each and every application, each and every class of CIs. Okay. If you go ahead and add another under business services, it will show under business service. If you go ahead and add under Apache web server, it will go ahead and do that. Okay. So this is how your CMDB structured, correct? Now, if you go to the other part of it, CI class manager. Under configuration item, if you go here, CI class manager, see here, hierarchy is there. Hierarchy means CMDB underscore CI is the parent table. Under that, there are multiple 721 tables are there. Open hierarchy. Suppose let's type computer. When I type computer, if you see here, under hardware, the computer are there. Under computer, there is a Cisco UCS blade, maintenance, mainframe hardware, personal computer, servers, everything, storage unit, all of them are having a word called computer. Okay, all of them having a word called computer in the CI class manager. This is the one which classifies what is the CI type in the CMDB. What is that? CI class manager will define what is the CI type of in the database. So till here, I hope I am clear, correct? So more theory today. I am also getting sleep. Not you guys. So